Hey guys, it's Blaze. We're back with another one. Today we are on another D&D story where I tell you all about a character I have made, their backstory, their life, everything about them, as much as I can, sharing with you the ideas I have made, and without further ado, let's get in the video. Alright guys, it's Blaze, and we're back with another one. As you know, we're here with another D&D story, and before I continue on anything, I'm going to start the music before I forget. Anyways, music's just carrying on from where we left off last time with Cypher, because I record back to back. As you know from Cypher's video, after this there will be 4 more. I know I kept saying there's only 2 more after Taliaris, but I found two other characters that I could go over, so I'm going over those, and it's going to be great, and I feel like it's going to be a great time. So, Taliaris is a character I made way back when that I thought I was going to use, and ended up not using. I know the name is spelled weird, but that's actually how I spell it, Taliaris. Yeah, I never used Taliaris, and then me and one of my buddies, we made a joke. I was like, what if I made a character solely based on that? Because just the littlest thing sparks the idea for a character. Most of my characters are based off of a design from an image, like Sarkhan and Matness. Actually, no, Matness wasn't really based off an image. I just liked the image I found. I was like, I want him to look like this. Mixie's a good example of me basing a character off of an image. Flopsy. I think Yeon, but I think I was going to use Chemist anyways, but Yeon probably got based off of that image. And then all these newer ones are based off of images. The Goblin isn't, but the other 3 will be. Taliaris is not. Taliaris was just something I built up just to be whatever, you know. But there was this saying we said, and I was like, what if I built this character off of the saying? Because it's like, not all characters are based off of finding an image. Sometimes it's oh, I want to play this race, let's build a character that's this race. Or I want to play this class, let's build a character from the class, or something like that. Or there'll be some little cute quirk that they have, that's why you want to play the character. Like Pandor. Like, I know I made Munchkin, who was a gnome paladin, but Pandor is all about pans. So it's like, his gimmick is pans. It's like, I just pretty much slapped the Munchkin on him, and then, you know, fused the 2. That's all I pretty much did. It's like, his gimmick is pans. It's like, it's funny. So what's Taliaris' gimmick? So the joke is, what if you had a character that just called everyone darling? It's not as funny to probably most people, but I think about it and I just chuckle at the thought. I'm just like, this big muscly behemoth of a man just walks up. She looks up at him and is like, what's up, darling? And it's like, bro, you don't even know the man and you're calling him darling. I just think it'd be funny to call everyone darling, whether you know them or not. It's hilarious. I'm gonna do that whenever I use Taliaris, and it's gonna be hilarious. But aside from that, I like what I've done with Taliaris. I think Taliaris will be a fun character. It'll be especially fun with the saying, calling everyone darling. I think that's gonna be hilarious. But yeah, let's just get into the background and stuff. The background I'll discuss when we do the backstory here in a moment. But as for the picture, this is pretty much kind of what I think Taliaris would look like when I think of Taliaris. Maybe a little different, but I think she is a purple tiefling Not purple clothes, but probably black clothes. But I like the yellow hood and scarf, so I think that would stay. Probably black for the rest of it instead of purple. But the skin color is all good, so I like the image I found. Just changed the purple clothing to black. Probably got it good. Yes, Taliaris, I've mentioned it before, but Taliaris is a tiefling wizard. And the way she turns into a wizard in her backstory doesn't really sound like she should be a wizard, but I think it's interesting. And I think some people might find it interesting as well. But yes, so Taliaris is a tiefling wizard, and so now we'll get into backstory, which it is shorter than Cypher's, so sorry for that. And then we'll get into the character sheet. So, Taliaris. Taliaris is a tiefling that grew up in the streets, which is kind of what the background is. It's an alleyway. It's the most, I had trouble finding an alleyway that I like, but this one I felt like was kind of like, oh yeah, this seems about right. Like a medieval alleyway, that's what I kind of think of. But yeah, Taliaris is a tiefling that grew up in the streets. She had parents, but they threw her out right after birth. They didn't want anything to do with her. They're basically rich snobs that just kind of tossed her out thinking, oh, we have too many kids already. Or maybe we didn't want any kids and just kind of tossed her out right after birth. But anyways, a homeless man named Herm. H-E-R-M. Herm. A homeless man named Herm found her and took her in. Herm is a human, just for anyone's curiosity. Herm raised her as his own. And he didn't have much. He also was homeless. So he raised her on the streets with what he had, probably crumbs from the back of a restaurant and stuff. That's all they really had. He's homeless, but he didn't want to abandon the child. So he wanted to take care of Taliaris. Also, Taliaris did not have a name, so Taliaris was the name he gave her. And we'll get into that later. But, yes, he's homeless, didn't have much, takes care of Taliaris. Then we kind of jump. When Taliaris was about 10, keep in mind, I think I looked it up, I think tieflings hit adulthood at 15. But, when Taliaris was about 10, Herm died of starvation, because they didn't have much. Taliaris Vixen is the name given to her by Herm. And out of respect, she kept it. So her name's Taliaris Vixen. Vixen was Herm's last name, so it's Herm Vixen. And then he named her Taliaris. So Taliaris Vixen is her name. She had so much hate for the world. She didn't understand how the rich give up a child and the nicest people are broken homeless. She didn't understand why rich just kind of tossed everything aside, not caring about anyone, whereas the broke, homeless, and poor just take care of everyone and they're nice and everything. She doesn't understand it. It makes no sense to her. After Herm died, she tried to do what she could to help people. And eventually she got a job at a library where she could sleep and read. So essentially, she went to the library thinking maybe I can learn something here. She made a deal with the librarian that she could stay there at nights and then work the entire day. And then in her free time, like when she wasn't working, she could read all she wanted. But anyways, throughout all her time reading, she taught herself to be a wizard. And it's like, I know that's a stretch because you have to go to like university and stuff. It's like, that's like what a wizard is. It's like, but no, she tried her best to teach herself wizardry, from reading spell books and all sorts of things. She went in real depth. Probably skipped a lot of sleep over it, trying to teach herself over the years. She spent many years. Because by the time she gets a party, she's probably at least 40, 45. And I'm talking, she got this job at 10 years old. It's like, It's like she spent like 40 years teaching herself how to read, how to learn magic, you know? So it's like, it matters. She wasn't the best by any means, because she didn't really have a teacher, but she was decent with magic. That's all that matters. After she felt she was trained enough, she went out into the world, leaving the library behind, ready to destroy the rich for their misdeeds. So she learned how to cast magic to simply put the rich in their place, essentially. So she's not good, she's probably chaotic neutral. Or neutral, which is true neutral. Also, I'd like to say now, if I don't say a character's alignment, they're probably chaotic good, because that's normally what I do. But anyways, yeah, she's going to destroy the rich. She learned magic for that cause. It took her like 30, 40 years, but she did it. Yeah, 30 years. What am I thinking? Yeah, 30 years. It took her about 30 years to learn magic. Not well, but, you know, good enough. So then we get to the character sheet of Taliaris Vixen. Level 5 Wizard. We're going to go backwards from what I did for Cypher. So HP is 30, armor class is 12 because she does not have armor. 2 initiative, 30 speed. Ability scores, strength is 9, dex 14, con 14, intelligence 18, wisdom 12, charisma 17. Charisma 17 for a reason. That's how she got to do things she wanted on the streets and whatnot. Saving throws are intelligence and wisdom. Skill proficiencies, arcana, insight, sleight of hand, and stealth. That is because she is an urchin. I know it's wrong for a wizard to have proficiency in sleight of hand and stealth, but she's an urchin, so that is why. Her weapons, dagger. That's it. So her weapons, dagger, no armor. But then we got spells, people. We got spells. Cantrips, we got frostbite, infestation, minor illusion, prestidigitation, shape water. Level 1, we got alarm, charm person, comprehend languages, disguise self, grease, magic missile, shield. Second level, we got air bubble, hold person, invisibility. Level 3, we got phantom seed, move earth, tidal wave. And before you say that's a lot, it is. I think I may have added one too many, but it's fine. Anyways, that's Taliaris, really. There's the character sheet, said the backstory, told her story. There's not much to go on for Taliaris, as there is for much of the others that I'm about to say for the rest of this week, because they're all new. I haven't used them. See, I think I've gotten to use Cypher when he was Candias, a one-shot. These 5 this week, I've never used. Like, they're brand spanking new. The only reason I already have the Goblin made is he's a backup character for a campaign. Because when I join a campaign, I like to make a character, and then in case they die, make a backup character. Which is one of the reasons why I have so many characters. Because I've only been playing D&D for like 3 years. It's like, this is a boatload of characters for 3 years. But anyways, yeah, so I know this isn't long. The rest of this week's probably going to have videos just like this, because they're brand spanking new, never used them. But that ain't going to stop me. But yeah, so there ain't much to go on left for Taliaris, except for, yeah, grew up on the streets, wants to kill the rich, learned wizardry on her own, was a librarian, bookshop keep. Yeah, that's about it. Next is a cleric and then a fighter for the next 2 videos. The cleric's name is Zara, and then the fighter's name is Misery. Misery is going to be a fun one. Zara, I like Zara. I've been meaning to play Zara for a while. It's just every time I play a campaign, I kind of forget about her, and then right after I start, I'm like, shoot. I'm like, I could have made that character. I'm just like, why didn't I? I'm like, I don't know. Like Zara, I had Zara whenever I did the poll for the first campaign when I played Ted, and I'm like, why didn't I put her down? It's like, I forgot about her. I'm like, she could have been in place of Madness, because she's the same class and the same Dominion, and I'm just like, dude, I'm like, change the race and the god, and I'm like, that's about it. I'm just like, oh my word. I'm like, it's a knockoff Madness, but it's like, I play Madness all the time, so this is gonna give me a break from Madness while playing someone else. Yeah, I've been meaning to play her, and I always forget about her. So it's a good thing I finally made her. Maybe I'll see her when I go to play a campaign. I'll be like, hey, yo, let's use her. But anyways, yeah, Zara's next, and then we'll have Misery, and then we'll have the other two that I came across after that. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Peace out. Thank you all for watching. This is Blaze. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe this will inspire you to make your own D&D character, somewhat like what I've made, or something completely different. Maybe it just inspired you to play D&D. Whatever the case, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.